Happy Friday.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning. Rise and freedom. Oh, man. I haven't had enough coffee for that. Oof. We made it.
That looks exhausting. It sure does. He is doing that live, folks. That is not pre-recorded.
You know what? I'm just trying to entertain some people and make them have a good day. That's what the Wake Up America show is about. Entertain and
That's right.
inform.
Yeah, because life is hard. And so we want to make your life easy today.
You know, there's a side of my personality that these people get to see that maybe some people don't get to see. My little more party fun side, you know, it makes it.
That's right.
What do you want to watch in the mornings? You want to sit down and watch two guys in suits? You know, it's 63 degrees in Fahrenheit in Jefferson City, Missouri. Case issues gag order and teen murder trial. Here's the timeline. Exclusive. Marine Corps wife. Look through the news ticker needs to be faster. Marine Corps wife, mom, blasts blue state for wrongful levy on savings. Wrongful levy on savings left us with pennies. Wow, that sounds great.
I suppose it's all what you get used to, you know.
Sure.
Older people from the old generation, like, that's all they know. They
They're
just
so
know
old.
boring radio, boring news.
You
They
can't
don't
take their house because
Well-
they're too old.
Although they did have fun variety shows back in the day. Sonny and Cher.
They say our love won't pay the rent. Before it's earned, our money's all been spent.
Babe, I got you,
That's all you had to
babe.
do. Yeah, way to go, Steffi.
I got you, babe.
I got you, babe. We're like the Sonny and Cher of libertarianism.
Yeah, didn't he have a mustache?
Sonny? I think he did. He had a
I
big,
think he
bushy
did.
one.
I think he did.
He might have had the Javier Milei mutton chops as well at one point. I'm
That's
not
right.
sure. To be honest, we want Argentinian weather girls. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I think that the Argentinian weather girls they're just snow Mexicans. But if they're Mexicans, they're full Latinas. Argentine girls.
I mean, Argentine girls, they're very European looking, very Italian.
Yeah. I worked with several Argentine girls, South American girls, when I was at Atlas in
Oh, nice.
Washington, D.C. And that was way before Javier Milei. This was like
Yeah.
2009. I was there working at that think tank. And it was interesting because all of the Latin girls that I knew, I mean, they all spoke fluent Spanish. They had beautiful accents.
Sure, yeah.
But they looked pretty much like, you know, the average white girl walking down the street, working for the DNC.
Right. I mean, when I learned that Christina Aguilera is a Latina, that's when I was like, wow. They come in all shapes, sizes, forms.
Robbie,
They're basically incognito.
Robbie Thurman's here. Robbie, hope you had a happy birthday recently.
Robbie,
He's-
happy belated birthday.
He says, between the shirt and the singing pineapple, I'm kind of flashing back to the 70s. Heck yeah. Sonny died like a Kennedy, says Quest, playing catch with football with skiing. That sounds like a lot of fun, honestly.
Yeah, he died during a skiing accident.
Yeah, that's how.
but he was playing catch
I would be
while he
okay
was
with dying like that. So to me, like, if I'm going to die, let me either be eaten by a shark while scuba diving or maybe playing football while skiing, snow skiing. That's how I want to go.
Oh my goodness.
How do you want to die?
I want to live as long as I possibly can, forever, if that's possible.
Oh, God. Sounds horrible.
And, just be able to give my family and friends closure before I go. That would be my biggest thing.
Barney Style says those variety shows were only popular because we didn't have easy access to pornography.
Oh. I mean, Sports Illustrated magazines were around for quite a while.
They had Playboy magazine.
Yeah. Playboy. Come on now.
Welcome to the Wake Up America show. We always keep things loose, not tight on the Friday shows. The Friday shows are not, as they would say in Workaholics, they're not tight butthole. They're loose butthole.
Oh, boy. Ozempic loose, right? People may not be aware of that headline.
We're talking about the old people that don't watch variety shows. We're going to talk about the latest generational quirk that has the internet buzzing. We're going to talk about the Gen Z stare. Have you seen it?
Mario has showed it to us.
Mario has showed it. I don't think he knew that he was showing it to
I don't
us,
think
but
so.
he's definitely showed it. Blank face, no nodding, no no polite smiles, just
I definitely don't have it.
no. You don't
I
have.
showed too much emotion in my face.
Yeah, you don't have resting bitch face.
No.
I kind of do, and Hazel sort of does.
Yes, she does. Yeah, she like pierces her lips out. She's like,
Yeah, she does. Yeah.
She's already got the
She had
Gen
the
Z
little
stare.
duck face. Yes, she's getting it, right? But the psychologists are saying it's not rudeness. It's actually something else. So stick around on the show today. We're going to talk about that. I bet Justin was going to have a really important view on that. And he's going to be with us today.
Wow.
In an hour.
What a gift.
Less than an hour. It is a gift. Justin's time is very valuable. It's getting more and more valuable. It's really hard to nail him down. So we're glad that Justin will be with us. It is Freedom Family Friday after all. And I normally try and keep the guests to be like my immediate family. Sometimes we have other guests, but today it's just you, me. That's Justin, makes 3. We're going to have a fantastic show.
That's right.
We do have some actual news. Did you want to weigh in on the whole Cracker Barrel remodel, Stephanie? I don't know if you saw, but before I do, let me just set it up here real quick. One gentleman went to Cracker Barrel, Kevin, and he made a TikTok about it. Take a look and a listen.
Saw something on the internet. Dude said he ate in a remodeled Cracker Barrel and he hated it. And I want to join in on the hate. If the Cracker Barrel don't look like the Jim Crow South, I can't eat there. You got to have the racism aesthetic. You got to have the rocking chairs and the hint of segregation in the air. If I don't feel like I'm on the set of Sinners, then how do I know I'm in a Cracker Barrel? This is a gentrified Cracker Barrel. They done took all the character out of it. And I know the edges of the pancake ain't burnt. I got to feel like somebody wants to say, "Good morning, boy," when I go in, with respect. And no respect at all. I feel like they want me to work there, but they don't want to pay me ever. And I've got to live there. That's Cracker Barrel's thing. If you take that away, what is it? At Denny's, IHOP, a place I don't want to be at.
I have not been to a Cracker Barrel in ages. Probably, it's been maybe 10 years. But it's one of those places where you're always like, oh, I love that place.
Well,
they have a great gift shop. Do you remember the game they had? Some of you might know the name of it. It was triangular shaped and there were pegs.
Oh, they had it. You know what? They actually dumbed that down. They made an easier version. They made a participation trophy version of that.
It was a very hard game.
It's supposed to be hard.
My family actually owns it. I'm sure my mom has the game somewhere. So I always remember that. I remember the gift shop, and they sold, it was like gold gum, and it was in it looked like a burlap sack. It was like a really tiny burlap sack that had gum in it.
BB says that it's just, we call that the peg game. The peg game.
Yes, the peg game.
Speaking of getting pegged, the CEO of
Honestly,
Cracker Barrel says,
the feedback's been overwhelmingly positive that people like what we're doing. I'll give you another soundbite. I actually happened to be in Orlando last week with all of our managers. We bring them together and every other year. And the number one question that I got asked, Michael, was, how can I get
that Elizabeth Holmes from Theranos vibes, doesn't she?
She looks really familiar to me, and I don't know why.
Okay, you know why? Because that's how they all look. You know, think Rachel Maddow. They pump the
glasses.
Yeah,
the glasses.
Yeah, well, and they pump these chicks out at a factory somewhere. Hold on, coming up.
asked Michael was, how can I get a remodel? When can I get a remodel? How do I get on the list?
Oh, really?
So because the
He sounds surprised.
Yeah, this guy, he does not.
Michael Strahan or Stranahan. He goes, oh, really? He says, oh, really?
And he used to be on the Regis and Kelly show.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's still on.
L Dubs is in the chat saying he's giving him a press X to doubt.
You know, every company simplifies their logo at some point. If you follow Starbucks, for example, their original logo was much more complex, and then they make it simpler as the brand becomes more popular.
But that's not what happened
with,
here.
You know, Coca-Cola.
The brand was less popular, and now they've made it even less popular. Hold on, listen to that. Oh, really?
Model. How do I get on the list?
Oh, really?
So because
really.
I've never heard an interviewer ask a question in so few words that was so succinct, put it so perfectly. He didn't say, you know, what's your position on the Middle East considering blah, 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 blah. He just goes, oh, really?
I just wonder how long this woman has been the CEO.
Oh, too long.
You know, it's like she doesn't know anything about anything. And I do love, when I go to restaurants, I like it to be a completely different world from where I came from in the parking lot. I want it to transform me into another time. And if that time apparently is the old school South, then that's apparently what it is.
Well, it's not like the Rainforest Cafe or anything.
Right, like the Rainforest Cafe.
Well, that failed too.
Cool.
That failed too. Hold on, let her finish.
did.
Let her finish her stupid ideas.
As the feedback and the buzz is so good, not only from our customers, but from our team members. They want to work in a wonderful restaurant. So we're doing everything for our guests and our team
They
members.
took off the cracker
Really?
and they took off the barrel. They took the cracker
my
in his
goodness.
barrel.
Well, Julie Messino, it's wonderful to have you here.
Pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Answer those questions for all the Cracker Barrel fans out there.
I can deal with the logo. The logo's fine. Like, we know what the logo looks like. But if they're changing the interior, getting rid of the rocking chairs, messing up the gift shop, that's ruining the whole restaurant.
Put a chick in it and make it gay.
Right.
You guys are killing me today.
I like that country aesthetic. I really enjoy it myself. I don't need modern walls and decorations. You get that everywhere.
Yeah.
That's how every restaurant is remodeling. And I don't know what it is. Does it make it easier to clean? Is that what the problem is? Just they can't clean these old, wicker chairs and
Listen, I don't have a lot of facts to back this up.
Right.
All I can say is that I have been reading the Wall Street Journal lately a lot in the restaurant section where they talk about the business of restaurants and things have been changing a lot. So McDonald's, for example, is going to take their combo meals. It's in some places, allegedly, they're going to lower prices of combo meals.
I did read that.
Because consumers have been complaining about the high price of fast food. But the one restaurant, the sit-down restaurant that has started to kill it, to knock it out of the water, and this might be telling our audience, like, go visit their local restaurant here, but I'm not trying to give free advertising to them. This is just the story. Chili's is they have revamped and reinvented themselves in some ways while keeping the kind of core aesthetic of what Chili's is. And it's not to say there wasn't...
that decor in there is not that great, though. I don't
Whoa,
think.
what did you just say?
The decor.
Oh, I thought you said the corn, because I was like, well, I wasn't thinking like cornography. I was thinking not corn. I was thinking like the actual street corn, the Mexican street corn.
I know. Yeah, they have good corn.
Bro, I was like, the one thing that really knocked it out of the park, I was like, was the Mexican street corn that they have at Chili's. So again, I'm not trying to tell you to like run out there and go to Chili's necessarily, but I'm just saying that we went there recently. We had a great experience. The food was good and the prices were good.
Yeah, and I'm fine with that. But again, when I go out to eat, I need to be in a completely different world. I like the ambiance to be a certain way.
Well, I mean,
I don't want to feel like I'm just eating in a modern kitchen.
But here's the thing. I get that. But I think people probably have a higher order of needs, that they want to get really good quality food at a really good price.
Sure.
And you can't even get... Stephanie, we go to fast food places in Jefferson City sometimes, and then we'll go to like the Echo Lounge, and they'll have, fresh burgers and stuff, and the food is way better, and the price is actually comparable to fast food places. So like Burger King is getting remodels, Cracker Barrel. All the restaurant industry ever since COVID-19 has really struggled. So they've all had to try and keep up.
Yeah, because we've realized that we don't need to be at a sit-down restaurant anymore. Because during COVID, people didn't go out.
Yeah, but Cracker Barrel is also kind of a victim of its generation because the boomers are, unfortunately dying out. And and so their aesthetic doesn't really jive with a modern generation. It's based on an old aesthetic.
I wonder if Johnny Rockets is going to go under too. Are they going to remodel, rebrand, change their interior, not
Johnny
be 1950s
Rockets. I haven't been to a Johnny Rockets since the Las Vegas airport like 8-10 years ago or something like that.
I used to love Johnny Rockets. And again, that might be a generational thing because the old generation, like your dad, he'd be like, oh, Johnny Rockets, that's like I'm back in my old day, right?
I think I get that, but also I feel like people are just kind of tired of cheesy aesthetics in some ways.
Really?
Yeah, I really do. I think that is part of it because people will tell you that they want something and then they'll do the opposite. Yeah. Right? They'll tell you they want hard-hitting international in-depth news, but what they watch is the Wake Up America show.
Exactly. Stop lying to yourself and just watch our show.
They'd rather watch us than CNN, but I do think that younger generations are not as interested in things like aesthetics in some ways because even though millennials were the ones that had the perfectly curated Instagram accounts, but this is all tying back into the Gen Z stare But I do think that there's just a lack of concern about the same things that other generations were animated by. We love Rainforest Cafe.
And I can tell you why they don't care about what things look like, because they're in their phone. They literally sit like this. They know not one thing that's going on around them.
Yeah.
They barely even know how to talk to the waiter. They probably are ordering on their app online.
That's how I used to be with the Game Boy and the Game Boy Advance when Pokemon came out.
Right. So it's like they literally could be in a dark box and not care at all. That's the sad thing
about it. A
non-stimulation
chamber or something like that. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Well, now that we've done our get off our lawn for the morning, welcome. Good morning, Pineapples. Welcome to the Wake Up America show. I'm your host, Austin Peterson. We're glad and thankful to have you here. We should probably tell people about the fact that literally Brooke Hogan, Hulk Hogan's daughter, will be here today, possibly.
Yeah, she's flying in.
It's up
Miami.
to the audience. Mm-hmm. Actually, she's not flying, and we couldn't get the flight, so at the last minute I had to rebook. But we did send a remote.
Oh, okay.
So we are going to have a remote camera for Brooke Hogan this morning. But in order to pay for the cost of the remote camera, we have to have $100 donated today to hear from Brooke Hogan about the conspiracy theories of what's going on with Hulk Hogan. We're talking about.
I believe it.
I mean, we're talking about a situation where Hulk Hogan may have been murdered, allegedly.
He was just too strong and too healthy looking to just go down like that. I don't believe it.
So Brooke Hogan, daughter of Hulk Hogan, says that all of these medical assistants, doctors, people are telling her that she needs to get all of the information about her father's death. There's talk about a surgery that may have been botched, which you as soon as I said that to you, you were like, I believe it.
Oh, absolutely. Doctors make mistakes all the time.
Well, yesterday we actually had Hulk Hogan, his ghost, on the show. And
I saw that.
He
that
was also
cool.
convinced, by the way, that it was murder.
Yeah, he was not ready to go.
He was not ready to go, man. And he was in sensitivity training in hell.
Oh, man. Oh,
really
boy.
sad stuff.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I did cut the interview with Hulk Hogan's ghost yesterday. So if we unlock the bonus content, I'll replay the interview with Hulk Hogan from hell. And then we'll hear live from Brooke Hogan this morning on the Wake Up America show. But we have to pay for the camera. So we can't do it. The cameraman's saying he's not going to work unless I write him a check. Right. So the only way we could do that right now is if we raise $100 on the show, either in Rumble Rants or purchases at forlibertyshop.com
or wakeupAmericaShow.com/support.
Yes. So if you guys want to support the Wake Up America show, if you want to hear from Brooke Hogan live this morning and see the replay of Hulk Hogan's ghost sending us a message from down below, then do make those Rumble Rants early and often, or go to forlibertyshop.com, the number forlibertyshop.com. Everybody friggin' loves the coffee. And we're really excited. I guess we can go ahead and announce it because we signed the papers last night. We're adding a new member to the For Liberty Network, official.
Oh, he's so cool. And he's actually an OG.
Yeah.
He's been around since the Libertarian Republic days.
He used to write for the Libertarian Republic. Now he's stepping in to help us grow the Liberty Shop.
That's right. That's right. We've got some great people on our team.
Yes, we do. We keep adding, and it's because of people like you. Brad Beckman, Austin Peterson, Stephanie Peterson, Jordan Cheriton, Brian Piotr, and the lovely Daniela Pensack.
That's right.
And maybe coming soon even more, right? So thank you guys. All of the financial support, we put it to good use. If it's not going to bring more people onto the network officially, then it's going into the mouth of a sweet little redheaded libertarian baby, Hazel Rose. And don't forget tonight, Freedom Arcade at 8 p.m. Central Time.
Yes. Yes. The fun continues.
That's right. And if you're on the Discord channel, you can even be on the show. That's right. If you guys have a decent working microphone and video camera while we stream video games tonight, you can play with us on our squad, on the team. But if you don't want to play, you can just hang out with us on the Discord chat, the voice chat, the video chat, and actually be on the show with us tonight. It's a blast. And at the end, we play community party games where you can log in on your phone. So
it's incredibly interactive.
Yeah,
you're basically a part of the show. You're on the show. You're on the screen if you want to be. So it's a very unique experience compared to other streaming podcasts.
It's a very slow news day. 6 dead in dairy incident in Colorado rural plains. They must have all Did you know that if you fall into a bucket of milk, you know how mouse gets out if he falls into a bucket of milk?
Oh, no. So sad.
What's the old saying? Is it there are two kinds of mice in this world. If you fall into a bucket of milk, there's one mouse who says that they can't do it and they quit and then they drown, and then there's the other mouse who kicks their feet so hard that they churn that milk into butter and they climb out.
Oh my gosh. Well, that would be cool. That's a happy ending.
Yeah, for the mouse that works hard.
Aww.
There's it's like a moral lesson or a fable, right?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's an Aesop fable kind of a thing. Welcome to Wake Up America show. This thing gets weird on Fridays, so make sure that you guys are following, subscribe to the channel. Have you clicked the like button yet, guys? I'm gonna have to go back and count up what we've raised so far on the bonus content, but it's like 5, 6, 7. It's like $8 towards the $75 and $100 Coles.
Well, thank
Very
you,
nice.
everyone.
We appreciate that. I think that we'll definitely make it today so we can hear from Brooke Hogan.
Yes.
And she'll be there with us live from Miami if we can afford to pay the cameraman.
That's right.
So we're talking about the Gen Z stare today. We're going to talk about the Hulk Hogan conspiracy theories.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to talk about so you love the psychology stuff. I've got this other one. Did you have time to read all of the stories I sent to the Facebook chat? That's okay.
No.
It was a lot. It's usually more than I think we'd have. Justin will be here today, and because he's a big music guy, we're going to talk about what Michael Jackson told Donny Osmond that destroyed him.
Oh my goodness.
Destroyed Donny Osmond. Your name is poison, Donny, and how Michael Jackson helped to have fixed Donny Osmond's career. I don't know if you're a big Donny Osmond fan. My brother was.
I mean Donny and Marie. I just know them as a group, and he was in the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes. Yeah. I look handsome. I look smart. I am a walking work of art. Maybe we can get Justin to sing a little bit. My dazzling
because he actually played.
He was
the character
Joseph. He was
Donnie,
like
yes.
Justin was like the quintessential Joseph.
Oh my goodness.
He did it in like 1995, and they're still talking about it in Way More Peculiar. They had a reunion of like the 3 or 4 Josephs that they've had since then. Yeah, there's actually a video online. You could see it. Justin
really?
Yeah, they're all singing. I think "Close Every Door." I'm not sure. We'll have to have him fill us in. Maybe if he's listening to the Wake Up America show right now, hopefully he'll be informed and filled in, or we'll have to fill him in later. He can drop a comment on the chat if he's actually here. Otherwise, he might still be getting a little beauty sleep. It's 8:28 a.m. in Boston, so he should be probably getting ready, so he looks handsome and smart.
I'm sure he is.
He is a walking work of art.
Is that what someone said?
No, it's just me being stupid.
Well, I mean, he is.
If I were him, I would have kept that coat for years and years. So Friday shows are a little bit looser, a little bit fun, a little bit goofy, a little bit weird. We're going to talk about, let's see, what else did I have on the show today? Gen Z stare, and I had, child care in America.
Oh, yeah. We're going to talk about the cost of daycare.
The cost of daycare. So a lot of parents have been complaining about the cost of daycare. We are anomalies. I'm going to look it up real quick right now, but I'm going to guess it's very small. Both parents in home, working at home full time. Not very common.
During COVID, that was probably more common because daycares closed down and kids couldn't go there. So during COVID, I think a lot of kids had 2-parent homes where the parents were at home all the time. But now that everyone's going back to work, yes, we're very, very blessed. The only daycare that Hazel has experience at is the YMCA daycare, where she stays for about an hour while we're working out. And we can see her through a window while we're working out.
And that's been actually a really healthy, good experience for us, because
very much.
She does need that interaction with other kids, and she learns from other kids. It's important for them to be socialized in that sense, a voluntary way, not be forced to public schools, but a voluntary association. In 2023, about 71.1% lived in 2-parent households, 41.3 million children. Data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics indicates that 22.4% of employed persons work from home at least part-time, but full-time remote work is less common. Estimated at around 10 to 15% of the workforce based on pre-2025 trends. If we conservatively assume 10% of employed parents work from home full-time and apply this to both parents in a 2-parent household, the overlap is roughly 1%.
Wow, we are the 1%.
We are literally the 1%.
Yes.
So then we should be careful about making broad generalizations about this topic, because we are 0.1% of 2-parent households where both are full-time remote workers. 1% of 25.6 million 2-parent households means that there are 256,000 households with 2 parents working from home full-time with their kids. Wow, we are so lucky.
And a lot of people who work from home full-time, they still have their kid in daycare or have a babysitter, because it is really hard to work while you're taking care of your kid, especially if your kid doesn't nap. Luckily, I get most of my work done while Hazel is napping or while she's sleeping overnight.
It won't always be that way, though.
Yeah.
Like, there may come a day when we may say, okay, we need like 5 to 6 hours during the day just to be as productive as possible, and we might find a daycare.
Yeah.
But here's the reason for this discussion is because a small town like this, there aren't a lot of great daycare options, and the ones that are great, you ain't getting in. We should have applied for Hazel before the sperm crossed the egg.
There's people that get put on the waiting list while they're still pregnant. Absolutely. Yeah, it's in high demand. I mean, there are some home daycares in our neighborhood, but they seem sketchy.
They seem sketchy. Yeah, they're a little sketchy.
I mean, I could open up a home daycare, you know? It's like we could have like one child come in here and stay all day long, and I just watch Hazel. And
no, we have enough. That's enough.
We have the land for it. We just keep the children outside. Just have them, walk around on the grass.
I do wonder what Justin's takes are going to be on these things. And so we'll see him in 30 minutes, actually. The show's already clipping by.
Are you kidding me? Wow.
And I want to hear his take on the Cracker Barrel stuff. I'm really excited to hear that. I sent what I thought I sent that you guys. That was the Gen Z piece. I thought I sent you guys the daycare one, but I can't seem to find it. Wah wah.
Well, we will find it. Once you all unlock the bonus content, we will take a break. And
Thank God for cookies. Childcare in America is broken. Here are 5 ideas for how to fix it. Parents who can't afford quality care or can't find it can't work. Young adults who are scared off by the cost of care might be less likely to have that second child or even have children in the first place. Trimming these costs is all but impossible. Daycares can't deploy AI to change a diaper, not yet, or hire a remote worker to give a kid a hug. Interesting. A typical daycare might spend between 60 and 80% of its budget on wages. The nice thing about robot daycares, one day we will have robot daycares, just like, people are creating these robots in AI. That is coming. It's going to happen no matter what an abomination it may turn out to be, or maybe it's a boon to society, but at least it won't do the weird human things that sometimes happen to these daycares. You don't have to worry about it beating up your kid or something.
Well, maybe you do if it has a short switch
only
or
through
something.
error,
but even just having a robot at home, because the thing that kids need, it's quite simple, but it's just you have to have your hands free to do it. So it's like when it's a baby that you're taking care of, and they're crying, they literally just need a hand to put a bottle in their mouth, or just somebody to literally hold them for a second. So they're very basic things. But when you're like working from home, you don't always have your hands free. So it's like if there was seriously some sort of robot creature that could just like hand the kid a bottle or, just like hold the kid for a second, like you'd be set.
Oh yeah. Well, that's coming. It's coming. So you're really freaked out about like nannies and stuff, and you don't want a nanny. But I mean, if there was a robot nanny, would you be okay with it? Just to do like certain things like that to help you hold the baby?
Oh yeah. Well, we have a robot vacuum, so I mean, we already have a robot in the house that's doing things.
Childcare employees are some of the nation's lowest paid workers, earning a median $15.41 an hour. Many don't get health care benefits. That all makes it hard for daycares to find and retain good teachers. And of course, that makes it harder for parents to find a daycare slot. In childcare, you're often making less money than Walmart greeters. The math doesn't math. Daycares that want to raise their teachers' wages have to hike their fees, and many parents can't afford that. Families in the U.S. paying for childcare spend an average of 22% of their household income on such services. Damn, that is a lot of money.
When you have a babysitter, so daycare is cheaper than babysitting, but babysitters, like when we had a girl come, we just like interviewed her just in case like we want to go out on weekends, and we were going to pay her like $17 an hour at least. And babysitters, depending on where you live, they make $20 to $25 an hour. So babysitters can make some really good money. It's the people at the child care centers, the daycare centers, they don't make that
I
good
feel like
money.
I would rather do the babysitting work too. I'd rather just like be in someone's home than have to like go to some office / weird childcare facility. But I can imagine that it's easier a lot of times with certain facilities to have like the things that you need, and you could potentially make more money if you have lots of kids and you are like part owner or something like that. So,
and you have, more of a schedule, because it's like when you're a babysitter, it's like your schedule could just be all over the place. If the people don't want you to come one day, then they'll be like, oh, we're not going to pay you because we're going on vacation. Whereas if you're working at a daycare facility, you'd probably be on salary. You'd have benefits, health care. Like, you don't get health care when you're a babysitter.
So we're talking about some of the solutions to this. One of them that's proposed here in the Wall Street Journal: give tax breaks and business training. So tax breaks to daycares as businesses. Daycares are businesses just like laundromats and health clinics, but they often aren't run by business people. Usually daycares, they're not run by somebody who's like got that business mindset. They're just, they like kids, or they really, they've got their own kids and they want to create it. Like they have, they started to get into it naturally. So if they had really good tax breaks, perhaps.
I think here in Missouri, they did tax breaks for home daycares, didn't they? I feel like I heard about that recently.
Yeah, we've got some recently. I think like a pink tax that went to as well for like certain like diapers in Missouri.
Oh, yeah, and feminine pads. I'm no longer going to have to pay taxes on that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Feminine pads and diapers.
So, and then there was something else. Oh, and then adult diapers too. Yeah, for elderly people. So for me,
parents, another solution they proposed: get buy-in from companies. When I first started hearing about this, I thought, oh my God, that has got to be such a blessing. But to have a company, if it's a big enough company, that they actually have daycare centers on site.
That's why I always told you, like, if worse comes to worse, I would go to the YMCA and I would get a job there because they offer free daycare for your kid. And like, if you work at the daycare, you can literally hang out with your child all day long while you're working at the daycare.
Sure.
Yeah. So it's like, that's a good deal.
It may be, but it doesn't pay. So it's one of those things where, and you say that's if we're in trouble and we have
if like worst came to absolute worst.
If the For Liberty Network failed, which we're not going to let happen because we're going to make sure that we unlock the bonus content every day. And if you lost your license for social work because, I don't know, some conflict of interest, or the state didn't like, a Democrat got elected in Missouri and they wanted to punish the Republicans in the state. You're going to be fine. So the solutions, multifaceted. In the U.S., daycares and preschools have typically been viewed as a babysitting service. The K through 12 system is seen as a public good. Maybe not by us, but many cities and counties and states are exploring new ways to boost childcare providers' economic benefits, but they've also been spurred by a growing belief. The programs have been spurred by a belief that good daycares and preschools are also good for children whose brains are shaped powerfully and in lasting ways when they are young. So Florida offered tax breaks. In Louisiana, they tax sports betting, cannabis, and casinos for early childhood. There's lots of proposals. I prefer the tax breaks for daycare kind of situation. And
it's like, it sucks that when you're working, you're giving basically half your income to daycare. And some people, it's probably not even worth it because they don't even make enough to pay for the daycare. So they're just like, I'm just not going to work. I'm just going to stay home.
All right, so let's switch to the next topic. I think it'll be a good topic, too, as we lead into Justin coming and join us here at 8 a.m., is the Gen Z stare. Have you noticed the Gen Z stare?
I think so, yeah. Camelia's daughter does it, and Mario does it.
That's hilarious. Have you told Camelia that her daughter does the Gen Z stare?
No, but as I was thinking of who are the teenage kids that I know, those are like the only two that I've really seen.
And they have the Gen Z stare. Is that what you're saying? Yeah,
it's like an emotionless, just kind of like staring while they have the phone in their hand. And then they just like look down at the phone and then look up at you.
I've got a couple of videos that purport, they claim that they explain the Gen Z stare. Here we go.
Hey, how's your weekend? Okay, so that's our workflow. Do you have any questions so far? Hey, can I get a refill? I know you've seen it. Young people are asked a question only to respond by seemingly staring off into nothing. There's a term for it. It's called the Gen Z stare. Some say it's a new social phenomenon where people born between 1997 and 2012 have basically zero reaction when spoken to in various social scenarios. And when some people recently started poking fun at them on TikTok, it blew up into a cross-generational social media war between millennials and Gen Zers.
We have just lost so much touch with reality.
We need to just accept this is who these folks are.
And the conversation has spilled over from Western to Chinese social media. There are theories about what's causing an entire generation of people to do this. One is that it's a result of lockdowns during the pandemic when we were encouraged not to be social. Another is that it's a sign of resistance to performative positivity.
Yeah. Well, maybe the mask.
Let's work together and make a video that gets 10 million views. Another theory is that these people are genuinely bored or really just don't care. Whatever it is, the next time you get this look, know that you're not the only one.
Oh, interesting.
Okay, I'm done. You can turn off the camera now.
What do you think,
is
Stephanie?
So weird.
Yeah, very weird.
Yeah, I really don't. I don't know enough teenage children to really make a conclusion on the whole thing. But like Mario, for example, it's like, he's comfortable with us. It's not like he's trying to, hide something from us, or he feels like he can't express himself. We've never done anything to make him not be able to. To show his true expression.
We like being able to see how someone is feeling, especially for family.
Right.
You're around someone. It's like, how is what I am making you feel? So for example, sometimes I'm trying to get him excited. So we were going to get a corn dog at the state fair recently, and I'm like, and in order for me to be like, all right, man, nephew, we're going to get the corn dogs, man, cover mine with mustard. I'm really excited about it.
I do see him smile from time to time.
A little bit. He'll a little smile will come through.
Yeah.
Right. But it's
like when
rare.
he was going to get a cowboy hat, he seemed excited.
Yeah. Now that he seemed excited, but now the psychology today is breaking this down, and they're saying it's not rudeness. It's actually their way of showing that they're listening instead of the active listening cues.
Oh, because I'm always like, oh, yeah.
Smiling and
I nod my head. Yeah.
Yes.
And then I interject, which is probably seen as rude, but that's a Jewish thing.
They say that, yes, they say that, that
so
the
he's
active
listening. So they're just absorbing information. And so while they're absorbing information, it takes so much power in their brain, they just can't do anything else.
They say that staying completely still is the most respectful thing. But to us, it feels cold, awkward, maybe even a little hostile. It does. It absolutely does.
Yes.
It's like a cultural gap in communication.
I feel like they're judging me with their eyes.
Right. It kind of feels like a silent rebellion in some ways.
Right.
Do they do it to each other or just to us? I guess is a question.
I think they do it to each other.
Do they stare at each other like that?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
It's kind of like the Borg from Star Trek.
When you see children at lunch together, they're literally just like this, staring at their phones, and then they're like, "Oh, I just messaged you something."
Okay.
And then they're just staring back at their phone. Like they don't even talk to each other. They just message each other.
Yeah, and they do not use Facebook. They would not be caught dead.
Oh, really?
You'll never send them a Facebook Messenger thing.
Instagram. No, they snap each other.
They snap each other. That's what they're doing.
They're doing
snapping.
Snapchat. Yeah.
They're snapping each other. Guys, who wants to see Hulk Hogan's daughter live from Miami today? Let's do it.
Yay!
Keep those Rumble rants coming. Those donations will go to help unlock today's bonus content. Right now, we've raised $88 towards, we have raised $8 towards
I was like, oh my gosh, we've already reached it. That's awesome. Hey, hopeful thinking, you have to manifest what you're looking for. So yes, I see $88 in my future.
I would love to.
Yes.
Make a purchase at forlibertyshop.com. Today's show is going to go a little bit long today for you, because we have, if you stick around after the show, if we've unlocked the bonus content, we'll hear from Brooke Hogan, and we're going to have a live reading today on the show.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because we just got our Grover, the Note President books.
The author's copies.
In stock.
And here's the deal. We're going to put a signed copy of our book on the shop, the Liberty Shop. It's not going to be up there today, but we are going to put a signed copy on there, and they're going to be very limited. So we're only going to have like 2 or 3 copies that we'll have to be able to sign at any one time, because let's be honest, the demand isn't really there. But we like to have it available anyway for those who really are the super fans.
I mean, I would want to say, I don't know if I can say this on air, but if somebody gives us $100 today, we're going to send you a signed copy of our book.
Okay, yeah. That'll be a prize.
Yeah.
If somebody wants to do a one shot for the bonus content today.
That's right.
There we go. So,
sorry if I just said that randomly.
No,
we
it's
did
fine.
not discuss it earlier.
We did not discuss it earlier. We sometimes come up with great ideas and we just throw them out there. Mongoose87 says, I know I'm behind, but daycare is super expensive because there's tons of red tape to run one that can accept vouchers. So there's fewer of them. That makes more sense. Makes more sense. The Gen Z stare makes me want to slap them into reality, says Mr. Too Easy. Mr. Suzer.
Hi, welcome.
Yeah, welcome
Thank
to the
you
show.
for chiming in.
Yes, thank you very much.
Tell us who you are, how you found us.
Mr. Zepp, that's what it is. Said they want to slap him in reality. Welcome to the Wake Up America show. And please do click the like button as well. And if today's your first time, like Mr. Zepp, I think, Mr. Zepp, we've not seen before, then make sure you click the follow button on the show as well and come back and join us for our regular show schedule, Mondays through Fridays, 7 to 9 a.m. Central Time. That's the Wake Up America show schedule.
You know, now that I'm thinking out loud, I wonder if the kids have this Gen Z stare because of video games, you know, like NPCs.
No.
It's like they just don't socially know how to express themselves anymore, and all they see is video game characters. And video game characters give you that blank stare, don't they?
To some extent.
Yes.
If so, then I would have absolutely had the Gen Z stare, but I don't.
Right.
One listener texted in, says, AP's ahead of the game. Talked about Cracker Barrel before everyone else. Every show that they watched yesterday has talked about it. Thank you.
Really? Yeah, we do talk about that. You're usually the first, and then other people usually copy what you say, and then they get all of the recognition.
And then they get all the recognition for it. Yes, I'm the king of said it first, and everybody else repeats it. Actually, one of my signature phrases was that. I was the first person to say, I want to live in a world where gay married couples can defend their marijuana plants with machine guns. And it became a huge meme.
And then there was someone in Canada who said it.
Yes.
And then that guy became the one known as saying it.
Exactly. Tim Moen. He repeated it because the meme that I made with like some kind of ostrich or bird or something, this was like 2008. and then he got the credit for it. And then it became like this big war on Reddit. People were fighting over who actually said it and stuff like that. I got so many haters that it's like, Tim Moen seems nice, so he definitely must have said it. He's a doctor after all.
Oh, well, yes. Is he a chiropractor or what kind of doctor?
I don't know.
Oh,
He's a nice guy. I like Tim Moen.
Okay.
We've talked about it a couple of times. I think we even did like a podcast episode about it or something at one point. I don't remember. But yeah, frequently when you watch the Wake Up America show, you're going to hear and see topic. You're going to think, oh, it's just a silly podcast. And then Fox News, breaking news, 5 p.m. after we already did it from 7 to 9 a.m. Central.
Yeah.
Which means we had it literally the day before.
Exactly.
The Wake Up America show, our For Liberty network is really growing. I mean, we've been building this. We started with the podcast 3 years ago almost. This September is going to be 3 years.
Oh, September. Oh my gosh, we're almost there. That is true.
Bro.
Labor Day weekend.
Labor Day
essentially the
is when we
anniversary.
launched. Yeah, I did. I think I did the first show, and boy, if you go
like
back
the day after Labor Day.
Yeah, and if you go back and watch it, man, it is so dated. It's like
Really?
the
I was on. Camellia was on.
It is.
Yep.
The lighting's not great. It's fuzzy. It's grainy. The audio is not so great. It was dark. And just kind of just searching for figuring out a format to make it work. If you go back and watch the first one, I think it's still on YouTube, but it is just, it's so raw. And now look at us. We're so professional. We're so polished.
Wow. Thanks to all of you and your donations.
No
we were
shit.
able to get cameras and
Dude,
lights
the
and all the
donations,
technology.
all of the purchases at For Liberty Shop. We have monthly subs. So there are people who are part of, if you're a part of we're going to give a special shout out right now to the 1776 Club, because there's some who have actually been donating $17.76 a month since we started this show.
Absolutely.
In the very beginning of the day.
And even more. I mean, there's 50 a month people.
So Stephanie and I, we did cold calls to launch this network. We literally did cold calls. We got on the phone. Gen Z, Gen Z would be horrified to hear about this.
I was horrified about this.
She was terrified about it. We got on the phone and we called people up and said, will you please give us $17.76 a month so that I can take my podcast and turn it into a libertarian network? And guess what? We're doing it.
We are. All these years later.
What Peterson promises, Peterson does. We've been working on the Battle of Athens documentary since then. And you've been seeing the cuts behind the scenes. It's looking fantastic.
It is. Yeah. Every week for several hours you work on editing it.
Yep. We've got our schedule, our regular editing schedule. Brad's got the social media schedule. He's pumping out content. We brought on Paul Meekin just this week. He's going to help us with the shop so that we can have more products faster, better customer service.
We already have a new book idea that we're going to come out with.
We got secret deals we're working on in other countries. We've got our children's books. We got more children's books ideas.
Yes.
So if you really think about it, if everybody today in the Wake Up America show pulls together, raises $100, you get bonus content and you get the future of our republic hopefully secured. Because we're not just a parent, a couple of redheads, parents of a redheaded child. We're not just regular Americans. We're cool Americans. We're liberty Americans.
That's right.
And there's a reason. I mean, whose idea was it to write a book about Grover Cleveland? Who the hell is Grover Cleveland?
It was your idea.
I know, but who else is going to think of something like that? Because honestly,
nobody.
Who cares about Grover Cleveland?
And he was a hangman.
Sometimes my wife reminds me a little bit of Paris Hilton from that show. What was it called?
Oh, where she was with Nicole Richie.
Yes. What was it called?
Oh, gosh. It was like something about the farm life or... It was a reality show where I know that they would work on
The
farms.
Simple Life.
Oh, The Simple Life. Yeah. Hey, guys.
That's hot. Well, anyways,
that's hot.
Speaking of hot blonde celebrity, but the people who answered that in the chat too fast, why are you gay? Hold on. Where's my why are you gay button? I have
reality TV show. I tell you, if we made a reality show, you and I, and we just took like cams all around our house, people would watch it.
No, they would. I know they would, but I wouldn't. I'm just, I'm naked far too often.
I mean, I'd want to see that.
I know. You're such a horn dog. Yeah. Brad Beckman, I hate that I know that, says, Y2 Joe, some girl I dated was into that show. They were all into that show. That's one of those shows where if you have like a girlfriend and she's into shows like that, you can actually feel comfortable because she's not going to question her sexuality. She's never going to become trans. And
the funny thing about these reality shows,
she might be bi.
I think guys secretly want to watch them and they're just looking for an excuse because I know way too many men who like their girlfriend will be like, come watch The Bachelor with me. Come on. And then the guy gets into it and then he really watches every episode and so I think you all secretly like these shows.
Everybody sent me text messages about how the Democrats are even rejecting the Cracker Barrel remodel. So I can't wait for Justin to come on. Thanks, L-Dubs, for the donation, bud.
Wow. Thank you, L-Dubs. And we'll see you tonight, I'm sure, L-Dubs.
It's Call
Freedom
of Duty.
Arcade.
It's Warzone tonight because Battlefield 6 is out of beta and it's still waiting for the launch. We have raised what appears to be $18 towards the bonus content goal. Respectable. But we won't get to watch the mini documentary. When Justin comes on, we'll have to watch commercials instead because we haven't hit the $75 goal yet. But when we hit $75 raised, you'll get to watch the mini documentary, which means that today's show is going to, in an ideal world, today's show is going to go really long because we're going to do the book reading. No. We're going to do the bonus content. We're going to replay Hulk Hogan's Ghost from yesterday. We've got Brooke Hogan on the show.
Oh boy.
If we unlock the bonus content. Otherwise, after Justin's over... we'll read the book, Grover the Note President, and then we'll be done. So you could either take it easy on us or make us work for it.
Yeah. I mean, Hazel might wake up after all that. So you'll probably get to see Hazel, too, if we're going that long, because she wakes up right at 9 o'clock or a little
I'll hold her
earlier.
and you can read the book.
Yeah.
You can read the book to Hazel and me.
Yes.
That'll be nice. And the audience. Okay, good. Justin will be here in about 6 minutes. So we're about to go to a commercial break. We're going to talk to him about the Gen Z stare. We're going to talk to him about the Cracker Barrel remakeover. I've got a billion stories. El Dorado County resident tests positive for the plague. What?
That's weird.
I've just got so many amazing clips here. There's no way we're going to get to all of these. They're fun. They're fascinating. They're funny. And of course, they'll make you laugh. They'll make you cry. They'll get you angry. If I really wanted to keep the audience and get everybody fired up, you should show them a clip to make him angry. Something like this.
ICE, for the most part, is nothing but a ride. That's all they were supposed to do for the most part, right? It's like, you know what? This person is undocumented, or this person re-enters the country illegally. all the things, and then they have an ICE hold. And then ICE gets them so that they can then send them out. That's all ICE is supposed to do. Look at them as a fancy Uber driver for immigrants. That's all they're supposed to do. And now they're running into places and doing raids, and they're falling all over each other, injuring each other. Like, we are a joke, but it is a bad nightmare of a joke. And so I don't think that this president has any limits that he won't go to. ICE for the most.
There we go. All right. So did that make you angry? 2 minutes hate. 2 minutes hate. George Orwell, 1984.
And a Gen Z person would just be like,
thank you, Joel Ledamore, for $5. We are so close to hitting that first phase of the bonus content.
oh, somebody, Andy Opperman comes in for the win.
Did he? We'll have to go check it.
Oh, yeah.
We'll have to go check it. We'll be right back with Justin Peterson on the Wake Up America show for Liberty Network. Don't go away.
This summer isn't about fathers dreamed of liberty. They forgot one about liberty, laughs, and looking like a red, introducing white, Founding Flavors coffee, the brew that built America, Summer of Freedom Collection, and the brew that's fueling deals. Another round of President Donald Trump to avoid double taxing investment. Tariffs, on the other hand, single out imports, which account for only about 15% of U.S. consumption.
Rowdy Rodder Piper hit me with a folding chair made of pure regret, but that ain't the worst of it, brother. I've got a court-mandated appointment with Martin Luther King Jr. in hell. I said the N-word once on camera, and now I gotta spend 1,000 years listening to his speeches on loop while I oil up Malcolm X's ghost for Arm Day. No. I'm on a treadmill that only plays I Have a Dream, and it never ends, brother. But before I go, I got one final message. If you're watching this, demand the body cam footage, question the physician, and never trust anyone named after a household item and a sexual act. This has been the ghost of Hulk Hogan. I gotta run now. I'm late for mandatory sensitivity training with Genghis Khan and the ghost of Don Imus. And remember, what you gonna do when woke justice runs wild on you, brother? Oh.
Are you tired of the strange radioactive effects of leftist culture? Do you ever wonder what happened to good old-fashioned American values? Well, fear no more, because there's a new force fighting back against the cultural rot of today. Introducing Culturama, a right-of-center talk show that's taking back the future today. Hosted by none other than blonde bombshell herself, Daniela Pensack. She's not just talking, she's taking culture back. With sharp takes, brilliant guests, and a few surprises along the way. Tune in to the live video podcast twice a week, because the future doesn't have to be weird. It can be Culturama.
If there wasn't going to be somebody who was a fiery champion of liberty, somebody who would get out there and who would be aggressive.
For over 50 years, Cracker Barrel has been serving up a slice of rustic country to suburbia.
Home-style cooking brings family together.
Between the rocking chairs, the old-timey gift shop, and those biscuits and gravy, Southern comfort has always been on the menu.
Here at Cracker Barrel Old Country Store, we keep our routine so you can get out of yours.
But a new change to that nostalgic routine is stirring the pot.
Store, look around. Wow, look how bright it is.
A select number of stores undergoing a redesign for a more modern feel.
We've got all new lighting, new seating, new tables and chairs.
This video is from a Tennessee location posted last August, just now going viral. While some are embracing the change,
the paint color is just so much lighter, and I think it's so much better.
I love to go somewhere where the food is good, but the atmosphere has to be good too, because I don't want to eat somewhere boring.
Now, in a statement, Cracker Barrel says
a bad taste in the mouth of customers. Stinking local news channels. Good morning. Rise and Freedom. I'm Austin Peterson. That's my brother Justin Peterson over there. Hi, JP.
Good morning.
Hi.
That's my smoking hot redheaded libertarian wife, Stephanie. Doesn't this show look beautiful? And then look at us. We're also good-looking people. How you doing, Justin?
We're having a morning.
Yeah. Hey,
We're so hot that we set off a fire alarm at Justin's house just before this.
Any interest in going to Cracker Barrel anytime soon, Justin?
I can count on one finger the times I've gone to Cracker Barrel.
Well, you and apparently the rest of the country.
So
because
your family never went to Cracker Barrel?
we were
when
not
you
a
all
Cracker
were
Barrel
young?
family.
Oh, okay.
No, we did not go to Cracker Barrel.
No, we were IHOP family, weren't we?
Or we went to Po Folks. That's what we went
Po
to.
Folks, yeah, in Kansas City, we went to Po Folks, or we would go to Applebee's sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
And,
Applebee's.
Applebee's, yeah.
And then on my birthday, once a year, I was allowed to have lobster at Red Lobster. Those were that was like the special birthday treat
Oh, yeah. Red Lobster was like haute cuisine for us. Yeah, Missouri.
for us Missourians. Yes, but
There was a restaurant that reminded me of Cracker Barrel in Michigan, and it was called the Family Buggy, and it had that old decor, gift shop. It was awesome. And then that closed down too. So it seems like this whole old school feel just isn't working for anybody, I guess.
yeah. Why do you think so, Justin? I mean, the CEO is renovating it. I don't know if you've seen some of her comments or heard some of her comments talking about what they've done. They've tried to go LGBTQ. They painted some of the rocking chairs on the front porches rainbow colors. In order to,
gosh, really?
in order to indicate that they're allied with your community, Justin. So, I mean, doesn't that pique your interest? Doesn't that make you want to have a cracker in a barrel?
Makes me want a corn dog real bad.
Corn dog real bad.
Yeah, they should serve corn dogs. Inclusive food.
Justin's
Absolutely.
making a quote from a queen, an icon. Was that from Best in Show?
No, it's from Legally Blonde.
Legally Blonde. Okay, yeah.
I just wonder if they're changing their menu too.
They did.
Oh, they did too. Okay.
Yeah, no, I just think there's, if I'm at my most suspicious, there's something about the general hatred of old time Americana that makes people really uncomfortable, because of what now people associate it with, I think. It's associated with, white supremacy.
White.
And
Oh,
they're like,
my
we
God.
don't like that. We can't have that. And I'm like, okay. But meanwhile, you look at the restaurant and the interior decors that they've done, it literally could be an airport, restaurant. Like that's how dull and boring it is. Like they've turned it in everything. See, the thing is there is a war. The left has a war on any kind of aesthetic that isn't like this corporatist, sterile aesthetic.
It's like McDonald's. We used to have play places,
Yes. Everything is becoming very dystopian. Like look at the design of things. It's becoming really ugly, really like dehumanized. We're losing all sense of humanity in our architectural design. Our interior design is also becoming more robotic, more minimalist. It's like it's anti-human. It's anti-human. And so I think that there is this war. There is a war on beauty. There's a war on beauty, and there's a war on aesthetics that's going on.
And there's a war on whiteness.
Well, yeah, because it's coded as connected, because those things are coded. So when you see things that look, in any way European or artistic in some way, it's coded as, oh, well, that's whites. That belongs to white people. And so it's,
The funny thing is, even the black people are upset about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't like it. They like the feeling of being in the Jim Crow South, honestly. They long for the mines.
No, I doubt. But I just, it's like when things change, people need some things to be stable to have a sense of safety. I know you know this, Stephanie, but like a lot of change makes people really anxious. And when things are changing in a society, it makes a society at large, very anxious. And so then what do we get? We get the Gen Z stare. I can't think that these two things are not somehow related to each other.
They're dissociating. That's why they're staring.
They're just like, everyone's just so overwhelmed by change and the speed of things and the sense of the lack of control over one's own life, the lack of control that you feel. Having a sense of, going to a place that gives you a sense of like stability of the universe. I mean, as stupid as it sounds, but it does make you just feel like, oh, I know this. I know what this is like. And I feel comfortable here. And I want to come to this place. And I feel, it's like the way people go to church, like when people start changing up church, they're like, what are you doing? You're changing the music. You're changing the decor. I don't like this.
Yeah, it's like going to grandma's house.
Exactly. That's, you know what? You just hit the nail on the head. It's nostalgia. It's nostalgia. People feel there is such a thing as nostalgia spiraling. I do it sometimes, where you get a sense of safety in the past.
Yeah.
It makes you feel safe. It's like, oh, remember the good feelings I had when I was at grandma's house and we'd go out in the back patio and have sandwiches in the summertime and drink lemonade. I mean, those things there's a solace to our modern age that we like to have those things. So I think that, when you destroy those things, you give people this sense of driftless. Oh, they drift around. They don't feel like they're moored by anything, and they become more anxious, and they become more, untrustworthy of other people. So, I look at those interiors, and I'm like, this is just like IKEA, man. This is like IKEA. Like eating at the IKEA, and if you did eat at the IKEA, it's cheaper because it's only like $1 for like a freaking hot dog, and maybe $2 for a ice cream sundae or something. It's like you can eat at IKEA for cheaper and have the same decor.
Right.
There's a woman in Virginia. She's running for the governor of Virginia. She's current lieutenant governor. Her name's Winsome Sears. She was actually a guest on the Wake Up America show, I think a year ago or so.
I remember.
And she's being protested by the left, the Democrats, talking about the Jim Crow era. And this is a sign. I'm pulling it up right now, Justin. I'll explain it to you. You may have seen it. I shared it on my socials yesterday. But it's a white Democrat woman who is complaining about the transgender bathroom stuff that Winsome Sears is saying. And she says, hey, Winsome, if trans can't share your bathroom, then blacks can't share my water fountain. Well, okay. That's a very powerful statement there from that Democratic woman.
Justin, she's saying everybody should be equal here.
Valid comparison or not?
Well, I mean, no, because it just shows the depths to which people can be dragged along by an ideological belief in the fear of reprisal against other people in a social context. It's like being... also that the Democrats always show their hand when it comes to their real racism, because the real communication is, you poor black people, you're never going to get any better than you are. You're always going to stay down in the
soft bigotry of low expectations.
Yeah, you're just going to stay in the toilet. We don't really expect much of you black people. So that's okay. We white people know we have privilege. We know we're better than you are. It's okay. That's literally the message. That's literally the message of the Democratic Party. And I'm like, that is, to me, the most vile, disgusting thing.
Oh, actually, I found the clip. Here's Winsome Sears. Take a listen.
Good evening. My name is Winsome Earl Sears. I'm a Marine. I am a mother. I'm a grandmother. I'm an immigrant to this great country. It was my job growing up in Jamaica to dust the picture of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. I also served as vice president on the Virginia State Board of Education. I have sat where you are sitting, and let me tell you, what is happening in our schools right now is just wrong. It's dangerous, it's insane, and it has to stop. Here's the truth. There are two sexes, boys and girls, and for generations we've understood this, that they deserve their own sports teams, their own locker rooms, their own bathrooms. That's not discrimination, it is common sense. But here in Arlington, the trust between parents and schools is being broken. When girls lose their privacy, when boys are punished for speaking plain truth, when...
Yeah, as the father of a daughter, I don't want adult men in the bathroom with my daughter. Do I have to be any clearer about something like that? I think I probably would have to physically intervene to stop something like that.
Yeah, I think you do. I think you do at this point.
Yeah.
I think you do. Yeah. Yeah.
Stephanie?
Yeah, it definitely would be startling to see a man walking into the woman's bathroom.
Have
you ever had a transgender person come in your bathroom before? I don't think I've ever
Well, I've
experienced
had
it.
cross-dressers come into the bathroom.
I'll tell you this. Okay,
Yeah.
let me just jump on this hot topic while we're at it. There's a Boston gay bar here. It's okay. There's a gay bar here in Boston, one of the top gay bars, okay, in the city. Okay? The bathrooms are co-sex, right? So everybody goes into the bathroom,
Ew.
and they still need a security guard in the bathroom.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So if the LGBT spaces require a security guard, what does that tell you? The community itself needs to be policed by having a security guard in the bathroom. So I'm just putting that out there to let you all know this is the reality of the situation. Like, that's what's going on. So if we can't police our own community, how the hell are you guys supposed to deal with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope I never get canceled or destroyed in court one day because I physically protect my daughter from what may be. I don't have, the thing is that I don't have the choice to take a chance on something like that. Right. It's like, do you have in a situation like that? It's like, do I want to be thought a bigot, or do I want my daughter to be molested in the bathroom?
Well, just like Dad would say,
I think I'd rather people thought of a bigot.
This is what Dad would say. All it would take is one time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. It just takes one bad experience, one bad thing to happen, and that's it. And the rest of your life is could be something. Could be, that's it.
Yeah, I mean, the percentage of people who have been sexually assaulted in this world, I'm sure it's rising at this point because of everything that's going on.
It is, because we're sexualizing children now.
Yeah.
This is what we're doing. We're sexualizing children. So it's like, oh, children are free reign now sexually for us. It's like disgusting.
Oof. Heady stuff. Maybe we should talk about something a little lighter on Friday.
Yes.
Perhaps we could.
What?
Such as Cracker Barrel, the lighter walls.
Well, that is a great topic. I think we've
I'm joking.
We've beat the Cracker Barrel to death.
Yes.
But I would like to ask Justin. I don't know if you've ever seen Mario give you. Has Mario ever given you the Gen Z stare, Justin? Have you ever noticed this?
Oh yes, for real. He is the Gen Z stare. That is Mario.
He's got the Zoomer perm and the Gen Z stare. he is of his generation. What do you think the Gen Z stare is, Justin? Is it a silent rebellion? Is it just that they don't want to do the mm-hms, ahas? Is it just, or is this a way of showing they're really listening? Polite, impolite? Is it because they had to wear masks during COVID? We're talking about this today because they wrote about it on Psychology Today, and because they're going to be talking about it on Fox News next week after they watch the Wake Up America show. Go.
Well, I think it could be any number of factors. I personally find it scary, because to me it reminds me of someone who's a psychopath.
Yes.
Because it's like there's no human interaction there, and the only people who behave like that are serial killers, who are so disassociated from like human interaction, and even if they're like, well, we don't want to perform. I'm like, well, too bad. Get on stage and get your costume on because you're going to get, let's go. Mm-hmm. I think it is COVID. I think it is the disassociation from connection that was occurring during COVID. I think it's probably also this idea of being cringe, like that the kids today don't want to be too enthusiastic about anything because it's kind of cringy to get excited about something. So they kind of police each other in that way from being too overly excited.
Wow.
I had a roommate who worked for CVS, and she was a trainer. And one of the things that she had to tell these people, these young hires, was, now remember to smile and make eye contact when you're at the counter to sell your products. I mean, we have to now teach people how to interact as human beings in retail, in different spaces like that, to just remind them, oh, right, remember, you need to acknowledge the person. And how are you today? And how are, what's going on with you? Oh, good to see you. I mean, I even make conversation with the checkout people at the grocery store, which is not normal.
Just because Austin.
I'm just like, how are you doing? How's things?
Some of them are saying, though, that it's like this is a way for them to show that they're listening. They're giving you their full attention. But to me, it looks like I'm about to destroy your life on Facebook and Twitch. Not Facebook, but on Snapchat. I'm about to take a picture of you. I'm going to follow you around the gym and pretend like you're stalking me, and then to my million followers on TikTok, and no one will be, because everybody likes me and I'm a cute girl, everyone will believe me that I was that you were the stalker, when in reality I'm the creep at the gym with the phone. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
There's a lot of problems with Generation Z.
A lot. They need to be smacked around.
Smack around, damn it.
Well, social skills are just not being taught anymore, it seems like.
No, they're not. No, they're not. No.
Because online, they don't have to know how to talk to people, to be like, hey, how are you? How are things? Like, that's not how interactions online go. It's all in posts. All they know is how to post. They don't know how to have a conversation.
No. Well, and I go out to places to eat, and the service is so bad that I just, it's everything I can do to hold my tongue to not say, you know what, I really look forward to the day that you're going to be replaced by a robot because you suck.
Well, they're basically becoming robots. Yeah. That's how a robot is going to stare at us.
We're talking about the Gen Z stare here on the Wake Up America show. That's my brother, Justin Peterson, and my wife, Stephanie. They're beautiful and they're hilarious. So click the like button. Gen Z. We're talking about the Gen Z stare, where they stare at you. It's the only form of communication where you don't know if you're being listened to or if you have spinach in your teeth.
Yeah.
Also, kids are messed up, man. Do you know all the communist bullcrap that went on in China was all pretty much pushed by kids? Did you know that?
Oh, of course.
Or like the Hitler Youth. I mean, there's always this thing to go after young people to radicalize them.
Well, you have to get the next generation if you want to win. You have to. It doesn't matter if it's the good guys or the bad guys. There was an interesting phenomenon in Argentina. A lot of Americans don't really know this, but this is fascinating because it has to do with our right to vote at what age. So in the United States, it's 18, but in Argentina, the socialist politicians thought that the young people, they're all going to be radicals for socialism like they are around the rest of the world. But because they had their phones and they were recording their teachers in Argentina, the students who were allowed to vote at 16 years old had a revolution, and they all loved Javier Milei because he was crazy and he had, mutton chops and he's screaming afuera and carrying a chainsaw. So all the students were recording their teachers in the schools and debunking all their communist bullshit. And it was like his biggest constituency ended up being the 16, 17, 18-year-olds that the socialists thought they were going to get. But again, yes, kids, easily manipulated, lie to them, take advantage of them.
Totally. The most vulnerable of our civilization, really, are children and old people.
Right. Yeah. But children create the culture. Right? Children create the culture. That's why the new words that they added to the Cambridge Dictionary, did you see this month?
Skibbity?
Skibbity, yes, skibbity. And do you know what skibbity is, Justin?
I think no.
No.
Skibbity toilet whiz. That's what they tell me all the time. The kids
Skibbity. Do you know Delulu?
Oh yeah, delusional. Yeah.
And trad.
Yeah, Delulu was very heavily adopted by the gay community, so it was a little more widespread.
They didn't do Riz? Did they do Riz?
Oh, I didn't see if it was Ridge. I just said Riz.
No, Riz, Riz, like charisma, Riz.
Let's see. Yeah, well, they added Skibbity, Delulu,
right?
And
trad
you know what
wife?
trad wife is, Justin?
Trad wife, yeah.
Yeah, what's a trad wife?
Stephanie's a trad wife.
Not really, but kind of. Pretty close. Luke, L-E-W-K, Luke, like Muke.
I've
Stephanie?
never heard of that before. What is Luke?
It's a play on the word look, meaning a particular
Oh yeah,
style.
Luke. Yeah.
It's a Luke, yes.
Another one I've heard of is drip. That's another one now. Like if you're dressed really, really well, you go, ooh, look at that guy's drip.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one. I like drip. I don't know if it got added.
He's like dripping with coolness.
Yes.
I guess.
What about inspo?
Oh yeah, like inspiration. Yeah.
Okay, then I'll see then.
Oh, you're down with it.
Justin's down with the sickness.
Listen, I work with young people. I work with all these young kids, man.
He's down with the sickness.
I mean, talking about how kids run the show. It's like, look at how kids in the 90s impacted culture. Beanie Babies. Parents were running out to McDonald's to get the teeny Beanie Babies. They're running out to go get their kid the newest Beanie Baby at the store. Tamagotchi, Pokemon. It's like, us kids, we truly do run the world. Like with the toy market.
Take you back to Totally. I'll take you back to 80s, man. Cabbage Patch Kids were a fever in 1983.
Yep. Hazel's actually playing with my old Cabbage Patch doll. She likes it now.
I mean,
yes.
Moms would beat the crap out of each other in the toys. You can go back and find the videos online of like people fighting and girls crying because somebody got their Cabbage Patch doll. It's like, hey, let's get me a Cabbage Patch doll. It's so funny.
Right. And so that's exactly how kids rule things.
Well, do you know what I had to show Stephanie what the new Cabbage Patch Kid was. Do you know what the new Cabbage Patch doll is right now, Justin?
It's those, don't tell me, it's those Labubu's.
Labubu.
Yeah, they were everywhere at the Missouri State Fair.
They're so ugly.
I mean,
they are.
They look like little bears, but then their face gives you the Gen Z stare.
More like rabbits.
Yeah.
Then they got a weird face. They do have the Gen Z stare.
Their face is terrifying.
They have the Gen Z stare.
It's like a zombie face with a little rabbit. Yes. I want Barbie back. Give me Barbie back.
Barbie's all right. Yeah, Justin likes Barbies.
I liked Barbie in 1982 when I got a roller skating Barbie. That was and Ken.
Roller
skating Barbie and Ken. What?
Yeah, the OG Barbies are way better. The Barbies nowadays, I think they've changed the proportions and they don't look how they used to.
Justin and I both loved that Barbie, just in different ways.
I had a baby doll too growing up. You want to hear a funny story? I used to have a baby doll, like a hold around baby doll. And guess what my baby's doll's name was?
Austin.
No, it was Ronald, because I named it after Ronald McDonald, because I love McDonald's so much.
Wow, you just triggered like a core memory for me.
Ronald. I'm like, this is Ronald. This is Ronald. This is Ronald.
Ronald after Ronald McDonald. That was back when they actually had Ronald McDonald in McDonald's.
Yes. Yes.
No longer, no more.
Yeah.
Yeah. So skibbity doesn't really mean anything. It's really just like a slang term. But Justin, broligarchy.
I have not heard that term.
Okay. Broligarchy is the word to use to describe the tech titan bros, Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, all those guys creating an oligarchy. But it'll be called a broligarchy there. So.
Oh, well, I did see the interview with Sam Altman and Oprah Winfrey. I don't know if you caught that at all.
No, what was that?
Where basically Oprah was like, how do you feel about being considered to be the most dangerous man in the world?
Didn't see
he
it.
was like, I don't really like that so much. You know.
Well, there are dangers to AI, but I mean, Justin, let's be honest. You and I, without AI, we became superheroes in the last couple of years.
Well, I mean, yeah, my life has gotten exponentially better because of it in many ways, in many fronts. Like even yesterday, I went for a walk and I walked for a whole hour.
Wow.
And I came back and I looked at my pace. And so I looked at my pace and then I put into ChatGPT, I said, okay, if I weigh X amount of pounds and I walked at a such and such pace for an hour and I'm such and such tall and I weigh such and such, how many calories did I burn in that hour of walking?
Yeah.
Based on all those metrics. And it was like, did the math and it's like, you burned 525 calories. And I was like, yes.
Oh, it's huge. Well, big questions. So Stephanie and I, sometimes we'll just have these big questions about plans or things that we want to do with our life, or, and it's like before, I think we probably would have never been able to do it because they're just some of the questions we wouldn't have known where to begin. We would have had to, but through a simple conversation the other day, we were asking ourselves, because we had seen the container homes that they have at the fair.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay, well, what if we built a guest house on our property? How much would it cost? And what if we got a loan? And how much would the loan cost? And how many days would we need to do Airbnb in order to pay more for it? And what are some of the pros and cons? And it literally just gave us a whole plan. It would say, you could pay it off in 3 years to 5 years with this kind of a loan at this kind of percent interest and this kind of thing. We're just like, oh my God. Like,
I know.
And it makes me feel empowered. So I know that I could do something like that because the math and the algebra and all of that can be solved for me. And it can be solved like that. In 5 minutes, we can make our lives better. In 5 minutes. I'm
totally agree with you.
I can't wait. I literally cannot wait because Brad and I are on the verge. We're so close to dropping our AI course, Justin. We're getting into the whole online courses thing. I know you're a teacher and you can appreciate it. And this is a plug, but also just, a good conversation segue. But we're going to have several different courses. The first course is going to be AI for creators. So people who want to learn how to make memes or how to create AI videos and how we use ChatGPT to sort of like set up our shows and to create online content and things like that. So that'll be our first course. So that's going to be coming soon. And it will teach the 3 core platforms that we use to build our show and our network and our content and all of our fun stuff. And then we'll have it for business. And we're going to have a course on how we use it to grow our business and to manage employees and calculate our margins and things like that. And then I'm going to do one next year, I think, for campaigns. So if someone's running for office, how they could use AI to run a grassroots campaign against establishments. So not that I have a successful track record there, but I did work on other people's winning campaigns, just not my own. And AI, to be fair, if AI was available in 2018 and 2016, I'm sure I would have been able to take incredible advantage of it now.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, I'm sure we're going to feel this. I know I already do feel the same way about AI that I feel about GPS. Like, when you used to have to look at things on MapQuest, I mean, now to be able to have GPS on your phone anywhere you go, that is such again, it's like, it calms you down. I run a little anxious just as a general rule, So, being able to have a phone, know where you're going, and have AI to be able to answer questions. I'll use it to help me think about problems. I'm having this issue. Can you help me think through this problem?
Yeah.
Or I'm having an interpersonal issue. Can you help me kind of code this? Another thing that I find it extremely helpful for is writing emails devoid of emotion. So how sometimes when someone sends you an email and it sort of triggers your emotional state and you feel like really upset or you're like really angry, I can just feed that right back through AI and say, okay, can you respond to this in a really dispassionate, emotionless way?
Yeah.
And it'll come up with a response that sucks all the emotion out of my response so that there's nothing there that's going to engage in a fight or any kind of like confrontation with the other person. So it's like, I shut all that down. And for me, that's great because I don't like conflict anyway. So for me to have a AI as a way to conflict mitigate things with people in a way that lets both people have dignity, I really respond to that. I really like that. And the other thing I really like about it is I often use it as a travel agent. So I'll even role play with it, and I'll say, okay, you're the world's best travel agent. It's like, now I'm going to make a trip. And so I'm planning a trip to Copenhagen, just by myself to just go, So it's helping me kind of create all of that.
Are you really going to Copenhagen?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. When are you going?
Next year sometime.
Wow.
Don't know when yet. Yeah, I'm just going to take a solo trip to Denmark.
That's
Denmark.
Oh, Denmark.
Denmark. That's where our
okay.
ancestors are from.
Oh my gosh. That's so
I've always wanted to go, and I'm just like, I want to go. And flights here from Boston are not that expensive to Denmark.
Oh my gosh.
So
awesome.
Yeah. So but I'm using it as a travel agent. I'm like, what should I see? How can I go? What's the transit situation? How do we get around? How much does it cost?
When we went to Japan, it had just dropped. So we were just figuring out how to use it. And so we were at that time trying to use it to plan our trip, but it made mistakes. Yeah. So always double check everything. You don't want to end up in, I don't know, Dusseldorf or some shit. So
like with the train scheduling, we used it for that, but it was kind of off.
It's gotten much better now. So travel agencies, how to add an addition onto your property and how to make it make money and make sense. Yeah. A lot of these things, a lot of people are they're feeling even trepidatious about using the technology itself. So I'm going to make it easy for people. And I'm going to teach an online course, and you will also get hand-holding, which you'll be able to be a part of an exclusive group where you can ask questions to me and you can get answers in real time. And it will be pricey. It will not be cheap because I will be showing like some of my best secrets of how I really am on the bleeding edge. And a lot of people who are doing what I'm doing right now, they're 2 or 3 months behind me. So I'll show you how I stay ahead. I'll show you how we're taking advantage and also how to save money, because honestly, we spend a lot of money on AI. Like we spend a lot of money to generate a lot of the images and videos and designs, only to have someone say, "This is slop." I'm like, "This is expensive slop."
Yeah.
But
the people that I know,
realize
the people that I follow.
Go ahead, Justin.
Oh no, the people that I follow who are adamantly against it, like vociferously against AI. But I'm kind of like, well, that's like being mad at the printing press. It's like, it's like, or the cotton gin. It's like, okay, well, you can be mad at it, but you can't uninvent an invention. You know what I mean? You can't uninvent something.
Yeah, I mean, I have clients who are skeptical of AI being in the telehealth world, and they don't like that, our sessions are being recorded for AI purposes. And so that makes them uncomfortable.
Absolutely. What time is it? 8:35? Okay, we're doing good. It's been a great show. We've unlocked the bonus content today. Doesn't mean that you should stop making donations to the show, because ask yourself how much fun you're having and how much you enjoy watching it every day, Monday through Friday, and all the other shows in the network, and say, it's definitely worth $5 dropped in the tip jar. Aren't we cute?
Absolutely.
Isn't my brother handsome?
Hazel's moving around up there. She's getting ready to hear Grover, the note president.
Yeah, we're going to do a book reading. We're going to hear from Brooke Hogan. Hulk Hogan's daughter is actually going to do a live hit with us from Miami after Justin. Have you heard some of the conspiracy theories surrounding Hulk Hogan's death, Justin? I don't know if it's really your
honestly,
thing.
This morning, hearing you say it is the first I've ever heard about this.
Yeah, so there it was on the front cover of the New York Post yesterday. I was reading Hulk Hogan, the story about allegedly a botched surgery. His daughter is saying murdered, saying that doctors are saying, you need to get as much information on this as you can. You need to talk about lawyering up. We actually had Hulk Hogan's ghost join us yesterday on the show to claim that he was murdered, but maybe it didn't go down the way that Brooke Hogan is thinking. So I cut that clip. We played it a little bit earlier. We'll play it again. Mm-hmm. And then we will hear from Brooke Hogan. We've got Stephanie doing a book reading of Grover, the Note President.
With an actual live child listening.
Exactly. So we've basically got a fully packed show. We're at least another hour here on the Wake Up America show. So strap in, stick around. Justin Peterson, Stephanie Peterson, Hazel Rose Peterson out in a minute if we can. And I'm now here to talk about Cracker Barrel is Rachel Maddow.
Honestly, the feedback's been overwhelmingly positive that people like what we're doing. I'll give you another soundbite. I actually happened to be in Orlando last week with all of our managers. We bring them together and every other year. And the number one question that I got asked, Michael, was, how can I get a remodel? When can I get a remodel? How do I get on the list?
Oh, really?
So because the feedback and the buzz is so good, not only from our customers, but from our team members. They want to work in a wonderful restaurant. So we're doing everything for our guests and our team members.
Well, Julie Messino, it's wonderful to have you here.
Pleasure to be here.
You.
Thank you again.
There's some kind of factory where they make these chicks. I don't know if you could see her, Justin. She's kind of the Rachel Maddow lookalike, the CEO type. It's like the boards of these companies hire these chicks to run their campaigns. She reminds me a lot of the Elizabeth Theranos. Remember her from the blood thing drama? Yeah. There's just something about that look that like millionaires and billionaires are like, we have to give her money. It's some kind of weird DEI shit. And then they run these companies into the ground. It's really sad.
Well, it's almost like, were they all asleep during the Bud Light fiasco?
Good point, Justin.
Because it's like you have this product that a certain demographic of people use, and then you're going to create a marketing campaign basically attacking the core demographic of your product. It's like, what business school did you go to that was considered a winning strategy? Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, let's just be honest. I don't know that many liberal people are going to go to the Cracker Barrel. Okay, I don't think that's going to shock anybody. Yeah. Right. I mean, mostly it's down-home American, mostly conservative people who go to the Cracker Barrel. So it's, we're going to take this brand and we're going to basically anesthetize it and sterilize it. Sorry, you can't have this. You can't, part of this, can I be really conspiratorial?
Go for it.
Part of the communist playbook is to demoralize the public. Because when you are sufficiently demoralized in all things, when your life has no joy and no meaning and nothing to look forward to and nothing's exciting anymore, well, then all you want to do is throw off your oppressors. So you want to throw off the oppressive state that's come in to kind of take everything from you. So the communists know this, right? They know that in order to make their project win, people can't be happy. Mm-hmm. Right. This is why you always see around holidays, you'll see people posting on social media. Well, you may be Thanksgiving, but I never forget the indigenous and the colonizers who came and took I call them joy eaters, right? They're joy eaters. That's all they want to do is eat the joy. And I'm like, it's on purpose. It's on purpose. It's not, it's you must be immiserated, because only when you're miserable will you want to foment the revolution. Mm-hmm. So everything serves the cause of the revolution for the communist.
Well, it's like the Land of the Lakes chick. They took the Native American woman off the butter, and they took
Uncle Ben's Austin.
Uncle Ben's rice.
Aunt Jemima.
Yeah, Aunt Jemima, and then they take the cracker off of his barrel.
Yes.
I wonder if that man in the Cracker Barrel logo, if he's based off of a real man, kind of like Wendy from Wendy's and the KFC guy. It's like, is that a real man?
I don't know. I like the one of Hunter Biden, and it just says crack.
Oh my gosh.
I got it. Hold on.
Feedback dining gas and high-tech features like these self-service kiosks in Burger King's newly remodeled Sizzle stores.
Go back to Justin.
Eat somewhere.
I have to mute that source, whatever it is. But wait, hold on. There's also the one where it shows Cracker Barrel, and it has the Ukraine flag, George Floyd, and the gay Vikings cheerleader boys.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god!
And I wonder what is in their gift shop. It's
I don't think there's
are they changing the items
more
in the
gift shop.
Oh, no more gift shop. Okay, it's all an online store now, probably.
I have no idea.
They're like, just go to our QR code and you can buy stuff.
Justin, how do you feel about the Vikings male cheerleaders?
Oh boy,
you weren't prepared for that one, so go ahead.
So yeah, you just hardballed me right there.
Yeah.
I think it's a provocation. Honestly,
yeah.
I think it's a provocation.
Yeah, here's my dick in your face.
It's meant to be a conversation.
Yeah.
It's meant to be in your face. It's meant to make you fight about it. If those boys wanted to dance, there is no reason they couldn't go to any other dance troupe in the entire world and go and dance if they wanted to. But here's the thing. They're probably not good enough or talented enough to go up against real professional dancers. So
to go to Broadway or something.
Yeah. So what they do is they just provocate, right? Sorry, I'm going to use blue language at 9 o'clock in the morning. It's a giant fuck you to all of us, basically. It's like, we're going to do this thing. We're going to provocate you. And when you respond to us, then we're going to call you names. We're going to call you a bigot. We're going to call you a homophobe. It's meant to do this. It's meant to do this. It's meant to be a giant middle finger to people so that then it gets the reaction. Because again, that's the part of the play here. This is the Hegelian dialectic, right? The left makes a play, people respond to that play, and then we sort of meet in the middle. But the ratchet goes ever left. It keeps moving us further and further and further left. So when people react, that's kind of like giving them what they want in a way. So it's almost like you have to learn to be non-reactive to that stuff and just like not react. Because when people can't get a reaction, you notice that they kind of move on or they do something else or it kind of disappears. Like if people, let me tell you, if people didn't react, those boys would probably be off that team in about a year or two. Right? They'd be off the team because there was no reaction. It was like, okay, well, we're going to go back to girls again because that didn't work.
Wait, so I mean, I don't know all about what's going on here, but male cheerleaders have always existed for as long as I've been around. There used to be male cheerleaders that would, help the girls when they do their flips and everything.
That's what it was. But
Yeah.
these guys are like dancing with the girls now.
Are they wearing skirts and everything too?
Well, I don't know if they're wearing skirts, but they're definitely wearing like, clothes. They're dancing in a very feminine, hyper-feminized way.
Okay.
Right? It's very hyper-feminine. So they're not,
Yeah.
I mean, it's like they're not like, bounding their masculinity like these other boy cheerleaders do. Where you've seen those boy cheerleaders, they're strong. I mean, those guys have got arms.
They're like the base.
They are working hard.
Yeah, because the left was like, George W. Bush was a cheerleader. Yeah, he was a guy in a sweater who would throw chicks into the air.
Yeah, exactly. There was still a masculine quality in what he was doing. And the boys didn't dance like the girls did. See, the boys would just be like, yeah, woo,
Right,
but there wasn't
very
like,
masculine.
and now I shake my ass, and I shake my ass. And I'm like, oh my God, the faggotry alone is just too much.
Got some new sound
But
effects.
then
up
it's
here.
like, should girls be on the football team? Because there's girls that,
No.
are on the football team. That's
No.
always been in existence since I've been
No.
alive too.
No, they should
I mean,
not.
personally, I'm like equal rights for equal lefts as far as I'm concerned. If you're a female and you want to get in the ring with men, you deserve to get the shit beat out of you.
But that's the thing. That is the problem. Is that it's not going to work. People, it's an assault. It's crime. Okay, because it's like taking someone. No offense, but it's like putting me up against someone who is mentally disabled in a karate fight. It's not fair. That's a violent, vicious assault. It doesn't make any sense. And now, when you come to the military, there are so many different roles for something like that. I think it's a bit of a different thing. If you've got a woman sitting in a trailer in Arizona firing off a drone, it's not the same thing as putting her out on the front line in combat gear and expecting her to drag Jose, who weighs 320 pounds, fully packed.
But Austin, she's a strong woman. She can do anything. She doesn't need no man. She can do whatever she wants.
I mean,
this is the lie of feminism. This is the lie of feminism.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No,
It is.
it's
Yeah. I don't know. For some reason, it's like I'm okay with guys being cheerleaders, especially I'm picturing like, gay guys who are very effeminate, like those. I mean, it wouldn't bother me too much, but if it's like a transgender guy who's wearing a skirt,
well, it's like
that's where you get a little bit.
The straight white men cannot have anywhere. They cannot have anywhere to hide and to be themselves or to let themselves loose. There are no safe spaces. There's a safe space for everyone but men, who are not allowed to have an arena where they can go to in peace and go and be loud and be stupid and get drunk and maybe have even a fist fight with themselves every once in a while, watch men smash against each other. There has to be, the LGBT community has to insert itself into everything. It's got to get into our private bathrooms with our kids. It's got to be everywhere all at once, all the time, and they are creating and fomenting the backlash that is happening them, even to normal gays like my brother Justin, and open-minded libertarians, the classical liberals like myself.
Yes.
It's just
exactly.
For years, Justin, advocates
I know.
for equality, and now saying, okay, maybe we've achieved it. It's time for the civil rights, for the Stonewall movement to go up into the museum where it belongs.
Mm-hmm. No, I'll tell you a funny story. Not a funny story, just a story. This past week, I like to unwind at the end of my teaching day, just watching movies. And sometimes I'll watch things on Amazon Prime, and sometimes I'll watch things on Tubi, which I really like because Tubi's fun and it's free, and they have really bad movies. And I like a bad movie.
Yeah.
This week, for the first time in probably 25, 30 years, I watched Monster Squad. Right? If y'all remember
that
Monster
was one of
Squad
my favorites
from
growing
the
up.
80s,
Monster
right?
Squad,
It's
where the
so-
forces of evil better run and hide. Monster Squad.
I don't know.
Obviously, everything I watch now that's older, I'm always obviously watching it through the lens of our current world and the world that we live in now, And watching that movie, I was like, God, this is a great movie. And second of all, it was a celebration of being a boy. It was a celebration about boys joining together and defeating monsters. And I'm like, you wouldn't see that movie today because it wouldn't be fair, right? They'd be like, oh, that's not fair to the girls. You're not letting the girls kick ass too. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, for me, it was a beautiful film, honestly, about just seeing boys working together, trying to solve a problem together as boys and going out and having an adventure. And there was something really, to me, countercultural about that boys could be celebrated by being the slayers of the dragons and going out and slaying the dragons. Like, you can't tell that story today. Like, that story would now be all girls. They would take that story today and all those boys would be turned into girls.
Or there would have to be some girl, like the one girl that's in it, which is her younger sister, is like the annoying younger sister, which she is. You're on an adventure and then chicks are messing everything up. Hold on.
Need to stand
Hold on.
up. We need to be...
Dang it. I've got the syncing audio messed up here. But yeah, there's like the Phoebe, but you're right. It was like the Ghostbusters.
Oh, it was that one.
Are you sure? Okay.
That was
okay.
just
Hold on. Here we go. No, it's not it. Stephanie,
Oh, you must have a lot of them playing.
And its governor.
I've got like 75.
Governor Newsom reminded the
open.
country that this all started.
There we go. Thank God. All right. Fixed.
Texas.
Oh my God. Not fixed.
To find him.
This is pissing me off.
If only you all
House
could be like
seats
in
in
our
Texas.
headphones right now. It's really
They
funny.
want to rig these elections.
Wow, it's still
and they
going.
want
What's
the power
going
that
on?
gerrymandering provides.
Oh, there it is. Jesus, there were two entirely new things going on there. Okay. All right. Sorry about that, guys. That's really annoying. This was supposed to
I
be a
usually
really
get that with pop-up commercial ads when I'm on a website, And they're
yeah,
like,
that's the
what's
equivalent of what
playing?
just happened. So yeah, so in theory, that should have been a smooth transition to this. And see, like a girl, you ruined it by jumping on the line. Wolfman's got nards.
Right.
The chicks, they always talk at the worst parts in the movie.
Oh no, I was just saying what a liberal woman would say nowadays is like, not all boys have nuts.
Right, but the joke is Wolfman doesn't have nards. Wolfman's got nards. But yes,
Wolfman's got nards.
Wow, that was we really botched that. Justin,
but I mean, I saw that just because it was kind of like the Goonies. The Goonies was the same thing, right? That sort of like now there were girls in the Goonies. They were part of that story.
Yes.
But it really is that sort of like the boys coming together to do something.
An adventure.
Adventure. And
Arthurian legend.
Where is that today? Where are the boys? I mean, maybe Avengers, but like, where are the boys getting together? The young kids getting together to go do something fun and have an adventure. Red Dawn is another movie like that. If you've ever seen the movie Red Dawn, where they're getting invaded by Russia or whatever, and like all these kids like come into like we're gonna fight the Russians. So there was this sort of like 80s genre cottage industry of films that were like kids boys, right? They were basically trying to market to boys the way that men were doing like Predator and Terminator and all of that. They were trying to use that same kind of like storyline trope but doing it for little boys. And I'm like, honestly, great. Because boys do want to go on adventures. Boys do want to go fishing in the creek. Boys do want to go fight the dragons. Boys do want to go do those things. And now we're telling boys, no, you can't do that. That's toxic masculinity. You're being too aggressive. You're being much too strong. And I'm like, we're basically castrating all of these boys to be like women, and it's wrong.
Yeah. No, listen, I loved Monster Squad. I'm so glad we got to bring it up. It's so in the aesthetic for this show too, the 1980s synthwave vaporware vibes. Totally. But we are running out of time, Justin. I mean, the audience friggin' loves you. I know we just blazed through that. So I want to give you a chance to share anything with our audience that you think they'd like to hear.
I am, 10 o'clock my Eastern time, my new blog essay comes out this week. It's about beauty and how singers, because that's what I do, should be cultivating a sense of what's beautiful. And last week, my article went super, super, super viral. It got over 6,300 views in the industry, made a huge wave. My biggest reading to date, actually. So things are getting hot and spicy over here.
Congratulations, Justin. We'll follow your Substack.
Yeah.
The voice teacher's Crestomathy.
Yeah, voice teachers Crestomathy. You can
Justin,
find me on Substack.
as soon as you get off, do us a favor, drop the link to your Substack and any other links that you want in the Rumble chat so that people can click on it and go over to it. And we're going to hop off from here. We got to hear from Brooke Hogan in Miami. She's on standby. She's getting a little agitated. And then we're going to do the Grover the Note President book reading for Hazel. Okay, Joss?
Sounds good. I'll talk to you later.
Love you. See you next Friday.
You. Bye.
Bye. Great movie. They're making the weapons to fight the monsters with secretly at school. Yeah, Monster Squad, man. I got to watch that movie again.
Is that the annoying sister there?
Yeah, Phoebe the Phoebe, as they called her. Phoebe the Phoebe. All right, well, this is it. They're waiting for us in Miami. You've unlocked the bonus content today. It's Freedom Family Friday. You know, we always bring you something special. We've been talking about the tragic and shocking death of Hulk Hogan, but now we're going to turn to the one person who's been lighting up Instagram with her emotional posts, lots of cryptic details and wild theories about what happened. His daughter, Brooke Hogan. So she's coming up now. We got to get the cameraman in place. We got to connect to Miami. Please, 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 just be patient. We're going to go to a short little break. Don't go away. I'll tell you what, I'll play the bonus content. Again, watch the mini documentary. We'll be right back with Brooke Hogan on the Wake Up America shows for Liberty Network. Do not go anywhere.
After more deadlines and deals, another round of President Donald Trump to avoid double taxing investment. Tariffs, on the other hand, single out imports, which account for only about 15% of U.S. consumption.
Coincidence? I don't think so. At his funeral was in Largo, Florida. Largo has 5 letters. Hogan has 5 letters. Illuminati confirmed. And don't even get me started on the doctor who signed the death certificate. I googled him. 3 results. No Wikipedia page. No TikTok dances. Not even a blue check mark. Huge red flag. Pretty sure it was Vince McMahon in disguise with a stethoscope from Party City. Also, the police said there's no evidence of foul play, which is exactly what you say when there is foul play. That's like your boyfriend telling you, don't look at my phone. Yeah, now I'm definitely looking. And the autopsy? Supposedly happening. Supposedly not. Maybe yes, maybe no. Honestly, I think they're just doing it in a Taco Bell drive-thru with one of those little plastic sporks. That's why nobody can confirm it. So here's the truth. My dad isn't gone. He's either cryogenically frozen, running a secret NWO training camp underground, or headlining one last WrestleMania in space. Those are the only options. And if you don't believe me, that's fine. But just remember, I've gotten legit calls. And if it's on Instagram, it's basically fact.
Are you tired of the strange radioactive effects of leftist culture? Do you ever wonder what happened to good old-fashioned American values? Well, fear no more, because there's a new force fighting back against the cultural rot.
I don't wanna sit down, I don't need no easy chair. Someone turn the clock back, we ain't gonna go nowhere. Hey,
dances till you drop.
Dancing till your heart stops. Rocking till you drop.
Everybody do it now.
Dancing till your feet fall.
Silver bullets, baby. I don't want to go home. I don't want no easy chair. I always thought it was so cool.
We ain't gonna let this feeling under. Cut it loose and rock some more.
Bullets. Where's my silver? I hope you guys are enjoying the Wake Up America show so far. It's not even over yet. We've still got lots more fun to go. And now is the time for us to finish off the show with a good live read of Grover, the Note President. And look at the little baby who has decided to join us for the live reading. Wow. Hi, Hazel Rose. Hi. Can we get a little dubs in the chat?
She gets shy when she's on the spot.
A little shy. She's like, get that out of my face. I'm not ready. It's too early in the morning for this.
Say hi, Dada.
We just got our author's copy of Grover the Note President. I'm going to hold baby Hazel, and Steffi is going to share with you our brand new book that you can get at Amazon, which we highly recommend. Okay. Pass her on over to me, Stephanie, and then you could do the opening and the reveal.
She's got quite a full diaper.
That's okay. I've dealt with worse. Come on over, Hazel. Hey, come on over. There we go. Yeah, nice. She loves her dad now.
This is actually a packaging opening here. We have not opened the package yet.
Let's see what we got here. So yeah, we got our author's copies here now. It takes longer to get the author's copies than it does for the people who order. If you order on Amazon, it'll get 2-day shipping. So there you go. Nice. Our second children's book.
All right, here we go. Grover the Nope President. Authors Austin Peterson, Stephanie Peterson, and visual alchemist Brad Beckman. BB for Liberty.
You can lean off of that mic a little bit.
Oh, okay.
You don't need to scream into it.
Everything's always so touchy. Oh, here, let me move the coffee. It's in the way of the book. There.
All right, go ahead, Steph.
Grover Cleveland was born in a small town in New Jersey. He loved fishing and fun right from the start.
Oh.
Oh, Hazel, do you see?
Oh, I see it, Mom. It's really nice. Really nice illustrations.
We actually had a Grover Cleveland expert read this book and go through and fact check, and he said it's all true.
Yeah, he's actually working on a book review.
Yeah. When Grover was young, his family needed him to work. He said nope to being lazy.
Oh, yeah,
and
that's
stepped
really nice.
up bravely.
That's really nice, Mom. I really like that one. Hey.
Grover said nope to school and studied on his own to become a lawyer. He found his own path to success.
Yay. He's up on the mic.
Still?
Yeah.
Okay. Grover became a sheriff, a mayor, and then a governor. He said nope to government waste.
Lovely.
Grover was big, so people called him Uncle Jumbo and Big Steve. He said nope to getting mad.
Oh, boy.
Grover became the president and said nope to being a bully.
Hey.
When people wanted him to pass bad laws, he would veto. A veto is like one very big nope to a law. Grover found love and married Frances in the White House. He said nope to being lonely. Dada. Grover was president once, then he did it again. Nope to giving up, he said. He was one of the only presidents to serve 2 terms, not back to back. Can you guess the other president? One night, Grover had a secret doctor visit on a boat. He didn't want the bad guys to know he was sick, but he got better fast. Grover said, nope to being sick.
Hazel likes to push the soundboard buttons.
Oh, is she like pushing random ones that make no sense?
Well, no. Well, she's going to kill our scene. Keep going.
When other countries had fights far away, Grover didn't want America to fight too. He said nope to wars and chose peace instead. Grover wanted money to be secure, not just bits of paper like today. He chose gold as America's money. He said nope to paper money. Grover taught us to work hard, be honest, and say nope to bullies. Yes to freedom. Hi. And you can enjoy our other children's books at forlibertyshop.com. Check out Kelvin, the Coolest President, our very first children's book. And today, I believe, we'll probably get this book up on the shop page because we're going to sign the copies that we have, and you can buy signed copies. So forlibertyshop.com, check it out. You can buy this book, Grover the Nope President.
Thanks, guys. We appreciate you so much. It was a wonderful show. It's a lot of work putting these things together. So thank you for all the financial support. We really appreciate it. It makes our lives easier and makes baby Hazel's life a lot better too. So thanks for sticking up for freedom and hanging out with us on Freedom Family Friday.
Oh my gosh, you guys saw me in my robe. How embarrassing.
We'll see you guys tonight. Freedom Arcade, Stephanie, right? 8 p.m.
Yep, if Hazel gets to sleep on time, I'll be here too.
All right, guys.
Or just a little late.
We'll see you tonight on the Freedom Arcade, right where you're watching us now, rumble.com/AP for Liberty. As you exit through the Griff Shop at thegriffshop.com. Grab your copy of Grover the Note President. Read it to your kids. I promise they will like it a lot. And we'll see you guys tonight on the Freedom Arcade. What's Daddy doing? It's the Wake Up America show. What network are we on? For Liberty Network.
Be free.
Bye, guys.
After more deadlines and deals, another round of President Donald Trump's tariffs has arrived. With higher prices again needing to be justified, and on the heels of the big beautiful bill, which didn't exactly balance the budget, protectionists are positioned to once again play the revenue hawks card. There are multiple problems with this story. The idea to avoid double taxing investment. Tariffs, on the other hand, single out imports, which account for only about 15% of U.S. consumption.